Welcome. Today we will create our first web page using HTML. HTML is hypertext markup language. This is the code that web designers use to make websites. There are only two programs required to create a web page. One is a text editor, and the other is a web browser. Technically, you only need the text editor to create a web page, but to view it, you need a web browser. So we're going with two required programs. A text editor is exactly what the name implies. A program that allows you to write and edit text. Think of it as a really watered down word processing program. Most computers come with a text editor. On a Mac, you have TextEdit. On a PC, you have Notepad. On our Chromebooks, we have text. So what we're going to do today is first we're going to create a sample web page together. Then you will create a different web page, a little simple web page on a topic you choose. All right, so that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to leave my presentation, okay, and I'm on my Chromebook so you can follow along. First thing we need to do is open up text. To do that, we come down to our Chromebook shelf, lower left-hand corner, and you should see your programs here. You might have to go up here and see all of them, okay, and I just saw it. This is text, okay, so it's going to be a green T. So we click on this, and here is our program. Now, what we see here is some of the programs or the web pages I created already. So you'll probably see something like this. The first thing you do when creating a web page is actually save the file. Okay, this is really important. A few things. First of all, you want to remember the name. All right, because you're going to save this in your Google Drive. You're probably going to have to search for it. So you want to remember the name. Also, the name has to have .html in the file extension. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to Save As. Okay, I see them in my Google Drive. We're going to call this sample page.html. Okay, notice it's all lowercase. The lowercase doesn't really matter, but it just makes it easier. But we do not put any spaces. The internet does not like spaces. Okay, so it's .html, not .html. Not .html.text, not anything else other than .html. It will not become a web page if you do not do this correctly. All right, so now we're going to go to save. Now in text, we have some different settings. Okay, so if I go down here to the lower left-hand corner, I see settings. And what's kind of neat is I can change from light to dark. Okay, so we have some contrast there. All right, smart indent you want to take off. Okay, I'd always suggest that. All right, so I'm going to leave mine at dark. And we're going to start doing our code. Now, I'm going to type this code. If you would prefer, you could look on my Canvas page, and I have a copy, a sample of this. So you can either look at the video, see what I'm typing, or look at the Canvas page for the sample. All right, so our first line is always going to be doc type HTML. All right, I'm going to explain these as we go along. So we use the arrows, the greater than and less than symbols. Okay, they are right next to the letter M on the bottom row of our keyboard. Okay, so technically, and this is going to be kind of confusing, our first tag that we put down is actually not an HTML tag. It is just telling the computer what type of file this is. But we always do this one. Now our next one is our first HTML tag, and it is HTML. Okay, very simple. You'll see this is pink on my computer. If you were using a different text program, it might not change colors. That's just this program that changes the colors. So we're going to go down. Then we put in the head. The head is for browsers. Okay, so information that is included for the browsers. We have to put a title. Okay, we're going to call this sample web page. Okay, now here's something new. Okay, we have all these tags. We're going to also have closing tags. A closing tag ends the tag or ends the command. So we are in our title now. We want to get out of our title. All we have to do is a / title. Whoops. Okay, now we have another closing tag where we close our head. Okay, the main part of our website is called the body. So we use a body tag. That just opens the body. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put a big title on our web page. So we're going to use H1. This stands for heading. So we're going to put welcome to my web page. Exclamation point. And then we're going to close it. Now, what a lot of the text that you will do on a web page is going to be a paragraph. So I'm just going to start the paragraph. That's going to be a P tag. Okay. And we'll just put in here, this is a paragraph. And we close our paragraph tag as well. Now we're going to end our web page already. So we're only going to have 10 lines. So we want a closing body tag and then closing HTML. Okay, now notice up here, we have an asterisk. This is telling us that we did not save this. So we changed it, but we did not save it. So I'm going to go over here, I click save. Okay, so we created it. We do not see it yet. Okay, obviously this is a big part of doing a web page. You want to see your website. So we're going to go down here. We're going to go into our files. Okay, I'm going to go into Drive. And I see sample page.html. So I'm going to open this up. I double click on it. And there it is. Okay, so generally what you do when you create a web page, okay, you want to see both the browser version and your text edit version. So what I can do here is, let's say I want to add something. So I'm going to add a second paragraph. This is my second paragraph. Okay. Then I save, and I come over here and I see the changes. There it is. So that's how simple this is. All right, now just want to point out the title. Okay, a lot of people think the title should appear on the web page. The title appears up here in the browser. Okay, in the browser tab. All right. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to create another web page. So you're just going to come back here to text, click new, and you're going to have to think of a topic. So it could be your favorite recipe or your favorite band, whatever you want to do, and create a paragraph. And what I want you to also look at is on the Canvas page is a page called HTML Tags Explained. So this will have some extra tags in here. So I would like you to not only use all the tags that we used, but also use 3 more tags. All right. So you'll see there's a horizontal rule tag, there's a break tag, an href tag is for a link, an image source tag is put images in. Okay. So it's a little bit of a challenge. Go through it, see what you can do, and we'll come around. I'll come around and we'll help you. Okay. Good luck.